Typhlosion shields at the body slam, the Incinerate Sneak secures the knockout. The opponent sends out a 2-shield, a Wish Daddy Cash. Does the opponent remember Typhlosion's grass type coverage? Welcome back to the channel. Buckle up because today is going to be one hell of a ride with quite literally the best GBL battles you will ever witness, bar none. Huge shout out to my good friend, my Discord moderator, and my Home Slice Homies faction teammate, the one, the only Kitkatdeluxe. Whilst we're doing shout outs, shout out them girls at PvP as well. KitKat putting them girls on the map. Where do we start with today's battle submissions? There's kind of an ongoing joke on my Discord for people to submit me battles that get me completely in shambles. So KitKat is running a very glassy, very powerful triple shadow team. All 3 Pokemon running very surprise Hail Mary nukes. Leading the line for us today is going to be Shadow Flygon. There's no Dragon Claw today. We're running Scorching Sands and the move Boomburst. If you're wondering why it's called Boomburst, stick around and you might find out. In the back, we've got Double Fire with Kanto Ninetales and Shadow Typhlosion, both running Solar Beam for coverage. Need I say any more? Without any further ado, let's get into the battles. Deep breath, Jamie. Let's get into it. And in game 1, KitKat leads Shadow Flygon into Golurk. My god, the back line does not want to see any Mud Slapper whatsoever. This is definitely a situation where we wish we had Dragon Claw as Golurk, an extremely glassy Pokemon, and Golurk users tend to shield everything. KitKat fires off the Scorching Sands, forcing herself early shield advantage. We see the no shield deployed from KitKat, putting faith in Typhlosion, committing to that Incinerate farm down. Just 3 Mud Slaps have done like 2/3 of our health, so things are not looking fantastic. KitKat, oh boy, shields up the Shadow Punch, does get an Incinerate farm down, but leaves insanely low. Typhlosion doesn't have much HP, but you don't need HP, you need energy. Typhlosion forces the final Protect Shield with the Blast Burn, and we see the pivot into Ninetales. Ninetales going to respect a potential close combat. The opponent go for the Night Slash bait, but no bait will be saving this Panda Bear's fate, as KitKat will be removing it from the field of play with the Weather Ball. The opponent sends out Jumpluff, and just like that, we're off to a very quick 1-0 start. GG's, and thanks for playing. Heading into the next battle. Let's go. A much better lead. Flygon into Morpeko. It's interesting that the opponent staying in, perhaps AVA weak to ground. Morpeko going to strike first, firing off the Psychic Fangs. Shadow Flygon, an insanely glassy Pokemon, but Psychic Fangs simply isn't it. KitKat overfarms, plays the CMP tie. She does not win, but even at -1, Flygon going to withstand the damage before looking to remove this little wish-like Pikachu thing. What is Morpeko? From the field of play, we actually force a Protect Shield, see the pivot into Typhlosion. Out comes Clodsire. A ground type into a fire type. In theory, a good matchup for Clodsire, but not down a Protect Shield. KitKat shields up the Sludge Bomb. We can't even bait even if we wanted to. KitKat gonna farm up. Fire off the Blast Burn. Blast Burn nearly picks up the 1-hit KO. Typhlosion gets that Incinerate farm down. The opponent sends out Shadow Machamp. Typhlosion about to run rampant. We fire off the next Blast Burn, forcing the opponent's final protection. The opponent looks for that Karate Chop farm down. Typhlosion's like, nah. Gonna fire off the next Blast Burn, removing Machamp from the field of play. And just like that, we take that game. Oh baby, Typhlosion cranking that heat up. In the next battle, we see Flygon into Skeledirge. A very nice lead for us, though we do have to be mindful the opponent has access to Disarming Voice, that Shadow Flygon will not be tanking whatsoever. KitKat farms up, fires off the Scorching Sands, forcing us early shield advantage. We then see the pivot into Typhlosion, attempting a Disarming Voice catch unsuccessfully. KitKat invests the Protect Shield, and it's a good one, correctly shielding up the Shadow Ball. The opponent continue to stay in. We are going to fire off the Blast Burn on the CMP tie. The opponent invests their final Protect Shield, lightly revealing they intended to throw another Shadow Ball. KitKat going to invest the Protect Shield again, correctly shielding up the Shadow Ball. Out comes Shadow Drapion, but blink and you might miss it. Shadow Drapion going to be straight in and straight out. Get that Drapion off my screen. The opponent's had enough, conceded the match, and Ninetales quite literally has been chilling on the bench for 2 battles now. Heading into the next one. Flygon into Serperior. Not fantastic. 2 very nice answers in the back. We save switch into Typhlosion, baiting out Dunsparce. KitKat again with no ability to bait. Fires off the Blast Burn, which unfortunately the opponent shields. Boo, Mr. Opponent, you're ruining all of our fun. Kitkat with 2 Protect Shields, like, don't worry Jamie Finn, Typhlosion is not done. Invest to protection of the opponent, then throws an alignment, giving Typhlosion a full free Incinerate Sneak. Kitkat shields up the rock slide, commits to good timing, very close to the back-to-back Blast Burn. The next Blast Burn forces the opponent's final Protect Shield. Come on, get that, no! No DRE, and in fairness, we're very close to Incinerate farming down. We send out Flygon. Flygon gets the Sand Attack Snipe. And K9, it's time for you to do some work, buddy. You've had such a long rest on the bench. And my, this opponent's so weak to fire. We fire off the Weather Ball, rocking this tin can. Below half health, Kitkat committing to the farm down, unable to get it before the Zap Cannon's reached. K9 withstands the damage. Back out. Comes Serperior. Kitkat again commits to good timing. 1 fire spin and the Weather Ball fire. The opponent looking for that Vine Whip farm down. K9 like, nah. I'm fully charged. Very well rested. And going to sweep the back line. GG's and thanks for playing. Another very, very good win, Kitkat. Let's go. Heading into the next battle. We'll leave Flygon into Morpeko. A dominant lead for us. The opponent say switches into Drifblim and we answer with Typhlosion. This is certainly a matchup where Thunder Punch will be missed. This is an obvious Icy Wind, but I don't disagree with this shield from Kitkat. As shielding up the Icy Wind enables us to reach back-to-back Blast Burns. So the ball very much in the opponent's court, the opponent very much wanting to take alignment, just to flip that god-awful opening matchup. And it's going to cost them both Protect Shields. And with this absolute nuke team, you know something's about to get boom. Kitkat sends in K9. We see the instant no shield deployed. The opponent gonna fire off the Icy Wind. Ninetales gonna now get the fire spin farm down. Come on, be a mud boy. Show me a mud boy. Kitkat actually resets her debuff, sending back out Flygon. Out comes Shadow Gator, and this is why this move's called Boomburst. Hi Gator, bye Gator. Boomburst picks up that 1-hit KO. Get that for Alligator off my screen. And this game is signed, sealed, and delivered. The opponent fire off the Psychic Fangs. Flygon easily withstands the damage. We're triple resisting the Thunder Shocks. Flygon reaches the Scorching Sands and Morpeko about to get vanquished back to its Pokeball. With yet more big boom action. GG's and thanks for playing. I'll be honest, I'm a little sad we didn't Solar Beam the Gator, but there's still plenty more battles to come. In the next battle, we see Flygon into Dunsparce. Yeah, this is definitely where we want to see it. The back line, not appreciative of rollout or any sort of ground or rock damage whatsoever. Kitkat looking for that Hail Mary. Boomburst does the opponent respect the damage? They do not. That's how you deal with a core breaker. Oh my days. Out comes Shadow Machamp, but Flygon still not done. Gonna fire off the Scorching Sands. Scorching Sands force a Protect Shield, and it is Typhlosion time. Shadow and Shadow Crime. Machamp getting melted by the Incinerate damage. The opponent fire off the Cross Chop. They're unable to reach another move, and the opponent already enough and gonna concede the match in another very quick game. Heading into the next battle. We see everyone's favourite squid, Malamar, in the lead. These Sideways going to tear through Flygon's lack of HP stat, but likewise, anything we throw at Malamar on this moveset is going to obliterate them. The opponent fire off the Superpower, then make a very nice catch, catching onto Legaue far too thicky, but we're very appreciative of firstly the attack debuff and the damage we've put on them. Out comes Typhlosion. Kitkat going to tank the Body Slam. We're going to be unable to Incinerate farm down before the next Body Slam's reach, so I'm anticipating a shield as Typhlosion has insane damage output. We shield up the Body Slam. The opponent unlikely to return when Malamar send out Wish Daddy Cash. This Mud Boy might think they completely wall us. Do they know that we've got Solar Beam? They do not. The opponent gets nuked through 2 Protect Shields. Back out comes the 2-shielded Malamar. Kitkat instantly retreats into Ninetales. The fast move beatdown is going to be our win con. Can we get it? The opponent fire off the foul play. Ninetales unable to farm down. Please tell me 1 Incinerate knocks them out. And we've got enough HP to survive the Psy Waves. Oh man. We're going to take a heartbreaking loss. But that boom was epic. Heading into the next battle. We see a Fairy in the lead. 2 fire types in the back. So we see the instant pivot into Typhlosion. Once again baiting out Legaue. Far too thicky this opponent throws. That god-awful timing. Giving us a free Incinerate. Which we're eternally grateful for. Hopefully the opponent looks to call the Thunder Punch bait. But Kitkat has no ability to bait. Fires off the Blast Burn. And as we got a free sneak, we're already doubled up. The opponent going to be forced to 2-shield Legaue, which they're happy to do so. Kitkat going to take her shield advantage, as there's no point in shielding at such low health. The opponent fires off the Body Slam, removing Typhlosion from the field of play. Can we fully sand attack farm this thing down? It's going to be a tall task. Flygon tanks the body slam. We can tank this one as well, but we're going to be left very low. This Lickitung now 3 rollouts off the next body slam. KitKat attempts to sand attack farm down. Oh man, this bloody thing just never dies. KitKat force catch the body slam onto Ninetales, and out comes rollout user number 2. In theory, KitKat triple hard countered, but this team does not care about hard counters. KitKat shields up the drill run, reaches the solar beam on the CMP tie. Weatherwall Fire wouldn't remove him from the field of play, but solar beam certainly gets the job done. Legaue re-enters the field of play just to get fast move beat down. Back out comes Clefable. My trainer. Do we have a surprise for you? We go for the wham bam combo play. Pivot out into Flygon. Boomburst picks up that one hit KO, and Flygon is a Clefable counter confirmed. GG's and thanks for playing. Heading into the next battle. Yikes, Azumarill, somewhat of a core breaker for the team. KitKat stays in, tries her luck catching the Ice Beam onto Typhlosion. Unsuccessful. The opponent banked a boatload of energy before sending out Malamar. KitKat goes straight for the Blast Burn. Blast Burn forces us an early shield advantage. The opponent gonna fire off a charge move before the second Blast Burn's reached. KitKat gonna invest a Protect Shield, blocking up the incoming foul play. I think, to be fair, we'd really prefer the opponent to double shield here, open up the door for a cheeky Solar Beam nuke. The opponent don't even commit to their farm down, opt to throw a charge move, which is best case scenario. Foul play removes us from the field of play. KitKat sends out K9. K9 gets a very nice running start. Out comes Moltres. Oh, I really wanted to see Azumarill re-enter the field of play. KitKat fires off the Weatherwall Fire. We're going to reach the next Weatherwall Fire. This should come pretty close to knocking out, if not pick up the knockout. The opponent does get knocked out. Back out comes Azumarill. Heartbreakingly, we're not going to see it Solar Beam, but I think we might be in for the Boomburst. The opponent fire off the Ice Beam bait. KitKat, not wanting to give the opponent any more energy, sends out Flygon. The opponent fire off the Ice Beam. KitKat maximising her sand attack damage before throwing the Boomburst. The question is Boomburst enough to knock out? Yes, it is. Get that silly fat blue mouse off my screen, and we take that game. Sadly, we are entering the final battle of today's showcase. Shadow Gator, somewhat of a core breaker for the team. This team, of course, is more for entertainment purpose only, as opposed to something you can climb with. Although, by all means, if you're looking to have fun, give it a go. KitKat shields at the Hydro Cannon, overfarms before firing off the Scorching Sands. Scorching Sands forces the opponent's first Protect Shield. KitKat with a decision to make. I actually like this play, as the opponent isn't using a water type quick move. We can just send out Typhlosion, go for the one shield, full farm down, and hope to go nuke in. Hopefully the water type on the field of play. They're weak to fire in the back. KitKat shields up the Hydro Cannon. Typhlosion has a huge energy lead. Out comes Azumarill. KitKat at 100 energy before unleashing the Solar Beam. It's just a Thunder Punch trainer, I promise. It's just a Thunder Punch. The opponent fucks about. They find out Azumarill, one of the thickest mon in the format. They get absolutely wrecked. Out comes Ariados. This poor little spider getting absolutely cooked. The opponent sees our second fire type. Probably uninstall the game. Concede the match. Oh man, I don't even know what to say other than KitKat. That was a absolutely epic shoutcast. I've been making content now for over 3 years, and I can honestly say that shoutcast is going to take some topping. That was phenomenal. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing if you'd like your battles featured on my channel. A link to my battle submission form is down below. And as always, a huge thank you to everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.